Hi, Days fans. It's Tuesday, May 11th, and I am just loving this Carly and who I like to call Bridget, the new Hope persona. And the reason I'm calling her Bridget is because, according to like the Celtic, what is it? Some Irish lore or something.
Yeah, Hope explained it.
That Bridget is like the goddess of women empowerment or something. So I'm calling this other persona Bridget now. And I was telling JB, since I have been watching Days, I have seen Christian Alfonso go from Gina. When I started, she was Gina, then Hope, then Princess Gina, like I think the fake one, the one that was all young and pretty, and then like the Miss Havisham kind of Princess Gina that's like decrepit. And now this new one.
So
loving it.
Yeah.
And what does this set us up for?
This sets us up for what?
The ultimate Bope reunion.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we talked about this. This is the get out of jail free card that Hope is going to use to explain every irrational thing she did with Bo, and for Bo to leave her. Like
they're going to say that she started having this like psychotic break, this deviation in her personality from right when the kidnapping happened.
Yeah, and that's why she made bad mistakes about wanting to pay the kidnapper, and that it's escalated into a breakup.
Yes, and then Bo is going to have no choice but to leave Carly.
Right, because again, Carly's going to have to go to Daniel, and Chloe's going to have to go to Philip.
Which means Melody's going to have to go to Nathan, and Stephanie, ouch, better call Owen.
Yeah, we've
or
worked
one
Stephanie
of your
down
cousins.
that path before. There really isn't much left for her besides Owen.
Well, we keep saying that she'll be happy with one of her cousins comes to town, because I still think it's so gross that she dated her uncle. And
Max.
I totally see it different than Chelsea dating her uncle, because Chelsea and Max were already together.
Huge difference.
When she discovered that they were related not by blood. But whereas Stephanie, from the moment she was born, this guy was her uncle.
Yeah.
Adopted or not. Yuck. All right.
I'm loving the Dr. Baker Nicole scenes. Yes. They're precious.
People say they have chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
So, we are hoping...
Oh, yeah. So this could be the biggest culmination of reveals or whatever, but Dr. Baker is going to offer Nicole her miscarried baby and tell her that it is a lot. The preemie, yeah. And tell her, I've got your baby. And,
your baby never died.
Right, and Nicole could definitely use that against EJ and get whatever the hell she wants.
No, Nicole wouldn't want to use that against EJ. Nicole
I don't know how she's going to use it, but it's going to make her very happy because she's going to have her baby. It's going to replace Sydney. Yes.
All she cares about is her baby. She's going to run off into the sunset. So.
Yeah, she doesn't give a crap about EJ. What am I thinking?
Nicole is talking about Ari being the next mugging victim, but I think that they're just throwing us a red herring here. I think what she's really going to say is, let's pin this on Ari.
Oh, they're definitely going to pin it on Ari.
Mm-hmm. We know that from that May preview that we got to see. Let's talk a little bit
about how I predicted Dr. Baker would get the injection in his arm.
Yes. Oh my God, JV. Okay, this is true science. I wrote down, I'm not kidding. This is a quote from JB. Dr. Baker may have used an injection to fake his death. And then sure enough, a couple seconds later.
Seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think JB's been hanging out with like Ken Corday in his spare time.
So explain to me, people, because we've already talked about it. Mm-hmm. How the hell did Victor and Maggie fall in love so quickly? It was like snap. They're like...
It's adorable, Vivian. Please don't try to kill Maggie. We just couldn't take it. Vivian's so going to try to kill her.
Yeah.
She just doesn't know how to interact with other people very well. She doesn't play well. Yeah. But you were so funny. You're like, wow, Victor's pretty firm with Vivian. I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'd call it. He's like, this is a contract. Shut up and let me flirt with this cute lady.
So her plan's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
All the pieces fell together just right.
Oh, you mean her plan with
Vivian?
We think
pretty
that
clever of her.
I was expecting the hotel clerk to come right out and tell Chloe that tell Daniel that Carly was the one paying him.
He might.
But
maybe they're just holding back. So
I think Vivian has decided she could get more out of Chloe the angrier she gets.
Oh, they're in total cahoots now.
Yeah, so
they signed a pact.
If it just came out now it was Carly, then Daniel would trust Chloe and everything would be fine, and Chloe would have no reason to retaliate. But Vivian's got to get Chloe to feel like she is so far back into the corner that, like, killing, lying, whatever, is totally within her realm. What basically is going on here is Vivian is going to turn Chloe into a nut job. Yep. So stay back and watch, and we need a psychiatrist on the show.
She's easy pickings to turn into a nutcase. Very emotional, that Chloe.
Yeah, well, she's a friggin' opera singer.
Yep.
If they can't pull out the friggin' stops, who can? You told me that wouldn't flow into your everyday life? Please.
How awful when she was listening to Carly and Daniel in the park, and they were talking about her. Like,
yeah, I don't think I would like that. So, do you think as a medical doctor that Daniel should be able to tell who's lying between, like, the hotel clerk, Chloe, Carly?
Like veins.
Yeah, there's bulging. Visible signs of lying.
Yeah.
So why can't he detect those? Why doesn't he do, like, the human lie detector?
I think they're very subtle.
What's that thing that Robert De Niro does?
I don't know.
In the, what were those friggin' movies with Ben Stiller and...
never the Fockers. Never mind.
Yeah, the Focker, the Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers. Yeah.
So, Kristen Alfonso, amazing acting. I don't know if we complimented her on her scenes. They were gorgeous.
I think the fact that I said she's played 5 different people says something.
You know, this is a hope that I've never seen. I mean, she's really stretching her legs, and like we said, if you haven't had to act as multiple characters yet as a soap star, you haven't got one of those badges.
Right. Because that's what they do. You either get to have a dramatic change in your character every few months, like Nicole suddenly becoming a reporter, or, you know, Sammy having 18 kids.
But a lot of people, John's done it, Marlena's done it, Roman's done it, I think. Or was that something different?
No, he's played different roles on the show, but he's...
Yeah, that's slightly different.
Yeah. He hasn't had to try to be one person playing two different roles.
Not like John. Okay.
Like, Roman and Adrian kind of fall into different categories. Yeah. They played two different actors.
Yeah, I understand the difference.
They were one actor, but playing two different characters. But I guess it's you know...
It's similar, but it's not the same thing.
But it's not supposed to be the same person, like, having a personality split.
EJ has done something like that where he played his
Santo, yeah,
and Sammy.
But those are still different characters. Yeah. They're not like them having a mental breakdown where they are like within the same body.
Patch had to do it.
Oh yeah,
you didn't know he was Patch.
Yeah. Good point. Okay,
Nick Stockton. That was his name.
I have one last thing I want to say before we're going to stop. But I think I'm going to add something. We always talk about how you could score a girl even if you're, like, really ugly. And we talk about turn-ons like humor or intelligence. I want to add cunning to the list of Nicole turn-ons. Because Dr. Baker may be a little past his prime. I understand he might have been hot back in the day. But from like, a current standpoint, not really, like, winning the who do you want to go swimming with contest. But he's cunning. And when he came back from the dead, Nicole's like, how'd you do it? And for a second, she kind of seemed impressed.
But I don't think she was sexually aroused.
Well, you know, for Nicole, I think getting away with a crime is probably a bit of a turn-on.
She's into Brady.
Strategies. Yeah, that's true.
She was probably thinking about Brady when she was having sex with EJ. She just wanted EJ for
that had served EJ right.
He never loved her, and she probably never loved him. Although she didn't openly admit it, but...
Well, I think that Nicole was hurt because Brady didn't choose her over Chloe, so she made herself want to be in love with EJ, but... I'm starting to be on the break hole train, so... Alright, the couple that watches Days Together.
Stays together.